So the process has not been an easy one, this process of the standardization of names. What have been some of the challenges you've experienced along the way?
Well, often the challenges is that people will say they were not consulted adequately. So our emphasis is now, let's make the process very inclusive. Let's make sure that once a name is decided upon, it's really a reflection of the people of that area.
Yeah.
So the key thing is, let's talk. That's why we're emphasizing dialogue, and let's make sure that this process is as inclusive as possible. That's really the main emphasis.
Taking name standardization into account, how does this help, though, in nation building?
It helps because people then own up to the name. Because we come from a history where names were imposed on communities. In fact, some of the names even very offensive to communities. Now, when we involve people, they own up, they like those names, and in the process, it becomes part of social cohesion, process of nation building.
Yeah.
So yes, we see it as part of this process of nation building.
Or they don't like the name. And let's just bring the example of Pretoria and Tshwane that has been looming for many years now.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to get a finalization soon, and I'm going to ask you when. But I mean, take a name issue like this. You know, this is a debate that's really gotten a nation talking. When are we going to see this issue resolved?
Well, I've said 2 months. What we have done is to just ensure that we do one round of consultation. There has been a lot of consultation, but there are groupings that still have some concerns. So I said to the executive mayor, do one more round of consultation, then we will finalize it. Surely by June, everything will be settled.
By June, we're hoping.
Yeah.
And this is an issue where you will look at what the majority say. Is that correct? And whatever they say, if the majority feel Tshwane is the way to go, you will go that direction. If not, it will remain Pretoria.
But also whether the process was adequate in terms of consultation. So you have to ensure that in terms of the act, everything was done properly. That's why I said to the mayor, just do it. We don't want someone to come after we've approved to say, oh, well, there were no meetings called.
Yeah.
So that's really what we're doing.
Let's look at the issue of the fact that many people see this as a waste of money, is that there's so many other important issues to factor into the country. Changing road names like we're seeing now that's happening in Pretoria, 27 roads being changed, people saying it's a waste of money. What is your response to this?
Well, at the workshop, this issue was also raised by some delegates saying that's what they hear. But I mean, the deputy minister made a very important comparison and said, look, you can't put any cost to our freedom, because name changes is part of that process of national healing, where you're removing offensive names, where you bring names that unite the nation. Really, you can't put cost to it. In fact, I think that in many respects, costs are very minimal. The city's budget for that, the national departments. The important thing is that let's unite the nation.
All right, talking about that, and very quickly, Minister, Freedom Month, plans for this?
Well, this year, once again, we are at the Union Building. The theme for this month is working together to build unity and prosperity for all. And we are trying this year to bring a lot of cultural groups from all communities, because we don't want this thing to be as if it's a rally for one community in our country. So we will be visiting schools with the mayor in Tshwane. We're also working with the South African National Defence Force.
Good.
The president will be honoring some of our military veterans. So yeah, it will be
lots happening. We'll talk
day.
more about it in the lead up to next Friday, as you know, 27th of April. That's Freedom Day, and Morning Live focusing very much so on that. Let's take a break now.